everybody. So this dog appears to have been hit by a car. It's been out here all night. Thank you so much, you guys, for calling us. We appreciate it. We are going to take this dog to an emergency vet right now, try to get him tended to. Again, thank you for calling us. We're headed to the vet right now with him.
This is Dog Rescue TV. Subscribe to Dog Rescue TV and stay a while. Let's save some dogs.
Bleeding going on underneath. There's my right or left hand there is kind of cold.
So was she in the front yard
She
of the
was
house?
laying on the curb in the grass between the sidewalk and the street. She laid there, lifted her head up, and went over there and petted her a little bit. She's very calm, gentle girl. She's in quite a bit of pain. Fortunately, she's been out there all night, apparently, and I'm shocked that her body temperature is still good.
Right, and she doesn't appear to be owned by anyone. Nobody in the neighborhood
Well,
knows
there was a
her.
collar on her,
But they
didn't know who she belonged to.
Okay.
Turn right onto 7 Mile East.
And she's very young.
Did she have external injuries that you can see?
On the underside, and her right leg here is just really swollen a lot.
And she does have some external injuries. We did see some, bleeding. And
Abrasions underneath here. You can see the abrasion there on her knee. She's a pretty girl.
She's beautiful, isn't
She is beautiful. I'll cover her back up so she stays warm.
Stay warm.
And she certainly likes human touch.
Does she have a chip?
We don't know. We didn't scan her or anything
we didn't
yet.
want to do too much because she was crying when she was being picked up.
Turn right onto Chrysler Service Drive.
I couldn't tell if it's just from the movement and the trauma she has to her leg or if there's internal injuries.
Perhaps she was hit by a car?
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
We believe. Because we believe we saw some road rash there and stuff,
Yeah.
so that's an indication of probably hit by a car.
Right. Well, being New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Turn right onto Chrysler Service Drive, then use the left lane to take the I-75 North ramp.
Hopefully we'll be able to save her. So this is our first rescue of the new year, 2017. Way to start off, right?
That's right. And really, you were on your way to try to rescue another
Use the
dog.
left
Exactly.
lane to take the
And this happens a
I-75
lot.
North
We'll be
ramp,
going to
then
try
merge
to
onto
rescue
I-75
one dog and we
North.
get, another call about another dog, so we prioritize, and obviously she's a priority because she's severely injured.
Right.
So the other dog that we were trying to rescue has also been clipped by a car, but she's still mobile and moving. So after we're done with this dog, we will go over and try to see what we can do to rescue the dog that was really our target dog today.
Right.
So, or just like the gentleman that contacted us today about this poor girl. We would never even know about her had they not have contacted us. She would be probably die a very painful, suffering death without people calling us to come help.
That's actually what makes I think the rescue so successful is that the community essentially has invited us in to do the job that many other, commissioned organizations aren't doing. It really makes a big difference. There's just so many. And there needs to be some type of policies put in place, enforceable policies, that mandatory spay and neuter for one, that we have actually seen this year a rise in the strays on the streets of Detroit. And
What do you attribute that to?
Procreation, obviously. DAC, they've actually made a good turnaround. They've saved a lot of pit bulls, but unfortunately in the last 3 weeks, they had to shut down because of a respiratory infection problem that they had, and they've actually transferred out dogs to rescues, other shelters. They've done a good job, but there's just so much, and you've got to cut off the water flow before you can ever make a big difference. And
Exactly. The problem is they're not picking up as many dogs.
Right.
We're finding that there's less dogs being picked up in the city by other organizations. So, those dogs are left out to get pregnant or to impregnate another dog, and of course, then the population grows. So no matter how, we rescued 533 dogs in 2016, and we made a very small dent, in really the amount of dogs that need help. We have a line of 119 dogs that need to be rescued. So, and we don't have a shelter or any paid employees. So, what do we do with all these dogs?
it's amazing how even not just her, but dogs that are in such horrific shape that they might be a little fussy when you first pick them up, but as soon as you get them into the truck, get them calmed down, they get that human touch, and I guess they feel that kindness or that love that from the human, that they just calm down and just go with the flow after that. Yeah, and it's never the frustration of going out to get the animal. Frustration is the idiocy that is probably of the humans that has caused whatever tragedy is that you're getting ready to go into at that time.
We used to keep them on all the time. Detroit police used to call us a lot at night and stuff, and it's hard because where are we even going to take these animals? At 9 or 10 o'clock at night, we have to have a place to put the animals.
Right. Yeah.
That's part of the problem too.
That's her big doll. I've been petting her this whole time, and no dirty oil coming off of her. She doesn't stink, other than the blood that you can smell, that coppery, metallic smell.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we can save her and reunite her to her owners.
Or get her better owners who don't let her run around.
Well, that is the thing, New Year's Eve, right? With all the fireworks and the gunshots and dogs get scared and run.
Yep.
You have to wonder how far away she could have come from.
Right.
And you never know the backstory and how they end up out there.
Right.
Oh, I know, little girl, that hurt, didn't it? Bouncing around.
Here, baby. We're here. We got an emergency to buy a car.
Oh, okay. Is it a big dog?
No, small puppy, maybe 3 months old.
Staff to the lobby, staff to the lobby.
We got staff to the lobby.
They're coming right up for you. And then you're going to South Street. You have an account.
Run this garden?
Settle down, yeah?
No. Okay.
Take them right back and we're gonna get some vital signs started, okay?
Absolutely.
And I know, you know, box very going underneath.
There's probably not a lot on this form that you guys are going to know about the dog, but just try your best. Anything you're unsure of, just give it. Big deal. We'll be right back in for you guys, okay?
Alright, my name's Sasha, I'm one of the technicians. Dr. Sopoliga is taking a look, but what she asked is if we could get some permission for some x-rays. We're a little concerned that these might be old wounds. Did you actually see him get hit or hurt?
Nobody saw her get hit. She was just laying in a pile of grassy leaves.
Okay. The reason we're concerned that they might be old is that there's extreme swelling in that leg. The wounds look like they could possibly be infected already, which wouldn't happen with an initial trauma, and we also are getting a high temperature.
The witnesses said that they thought she'd been hit last night, but they didn't see her get hit, but they thought, I don't know why, but they thought that she'd been out there all night. So
Okay.
would that be
I still think we'd probably be
days?
She was warm when I picked her up, and
Yeah.
I expected her to be cold if she'd
Right.
been
If
going
she
into
would hit,
hypothermia or something.
Right, we'd be worried about shock.
Sure.
And shock usually decreases their
Yes.
temperature, increased temperature. They look like they're possibly bite wounds.
Oh, okay.
At this point, obviously, we don't know. We do think that front leg is broken. The rear leg on the same side, we're concerned about also. We're not sure. She's very painful on it. We're not feeling any abnormalities in palpating it, but Without x-rays, we won't know.
I'll authorize anything you need to do.
And she does have wounds on the other front leg.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead, we're gonna get some x-rays. We'll probably do a chest just to make sure in case she was hit by a car, then we can see what her lungs are doing.
Okay.
All right, so we'll get some x-rays. We're gonna give her some pain medication too. Hopefully get her feeling better, and then we'll get back with you guys and let you know what we find.
But we'll authorize anything because we got other calls, of course, today. So we'll go ahead and authorize, or I'll sign anything that needs to be signed for her to get her x-rays, pain medicine, whatever she needs.
Okay,
And then
all right, let
we'll
me
take
get
off.
all that together so we can get it signed
Okay,
and
sounds
get
good.
going. She made, this is, pretty broad because we're not really sure yet. But she has on there emergency visit, doing the x-rays, blood work, IV fluids, and 2 days of hospitalization. Normal hospitalization care, injections, blood pressures, doing a culture on that area. And then she put on here a fracture repair, anticipating, based upon what we find, that we will have to do a fracture repair on that leg.
Okay.
Whether that be today or a couple days down the road. Miscellaneous would be if we find something else, if we find another fracture, if we do
Right.
find that this is an abscess. Her concern is if this is an old wound, old infection, it's this swollen, she may have to lose that limb. But we will know more, obviously, once we get some more things,
Right.
blood work and x-rays. But I know you guys need to leave, so we just need to have something signed by you guys saying, hey, we're okay to do this. I do need resuscitation orders on her if she were to resuscitate, if you want us to attempt to resuscitate her or do not resuscitate.
Yes, attempt to. So right here, we're looking at, on the low end, $5,300. On the high end, $7,300. So, this is an expensive business to be in, for sure.
Did she have a chip?
No, we scanned her for a chip with 2 different scanners and we're not finding anything. Obviously we'll look with x-rays too in case it migrated, but we did a pretty good rundown on her
Okay.
with the
Our
scan.
vet bills are very expensive. Last year, in 2016, we spent $105,000 vetting all the dogs that we pick up. Yes. Our centerline vet just hired a 3rd vet because we can pay their salary with all the injured dogs we bring in. But that's what we expect. Many of the dogs that we pick up are severely injured, and so obviously they need expensive vet care to get better, which we're willing to pay as long as we have all of our generous donors helping us.
She is a pretty girl.
We spent in 2016 $105,000 on our vet bill, so this is hard to raise money.
Oh, I understand.
We're beggars.
Look at this sweet dog.
I know. Okay.
Thank you for your help.
Close to you, so
Just be hard to get close enough to actually.
hit her with the net.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be quite hard. Dope her up.
Yeah, that's probably what would happen.
Don't let nobody know that,
You will
though.
arrive at your destination.
Right.
This the one you said was pregnant?
Yeah, they think she's pregnant now. She's been out here too long. She probably is pregnant.
Go down this first street.
Yeah.
Syracuse.
We're gonna go right down
Turn right onto Syracuse Street, then turn right onto Emmeline Street.
Yeah, this girl just travels everywhere.
She's a pit.
here. Yeah, she's a pit shepherd mix. I wouldn't say she's full blood pit. Definitely not. She's,
So it's the one with the all brown with the black mouth and the black strip tail.
yeah.
I just seen her the other day.
Over here?
Yeah, my mom worked at Chrysler.
Oh, okay.
We see her all the time. I know they see her.
What did she do at Chrysler?
No, she wasn't in the island thing. She was walking.
Oh, well, she's walking down the street.
Yeah.
So the last time
She's
we
on the
saw
other
dog-
side of this.
Keep going, keep going.
You'll see, she's on the other side of this church, right?
Pull up next to Jess and see what she got to say.
You see, now the dog stays on Syracuse in the first house. They let their dog roam. So, he's still got his balls. Right. You know.
Well, look, there he comes right there. Look at him. Look at him. Tell Tom don't sing. Look at him, Tom, right there.
So what's going on?
He's got his little coat on.
I'm gonna take him home. So he's like very good.
Come here. Come here. Come here. How about this? So we get down low. We get down low when we have dogs around. So we sit down. We put the spray. Sit. Because we don't want to chase them.
What is your address, Detroit?
We actually are both. Our trucks are our offices.
So we're live right now in Detroit. And this little fella does not necessarily belong to Stella. He's just comfortable in this area by this church.
No. Hey, see if this guy. Okay, so he knows that guy. Give him a slip lead, Jim, and see if he can.
Russian government. So you keep Russian government. So we also have a camera on Jim Sumter. Deanna Volano has primary camera right now. And, so we'll have more of this posted later. Buddy? Come up to me?
We'll bring it back to them. We just want to tell them.
Yeah, we want to take it to the end.
Is that what you're making, friend?
Yes.
You got a slip lead? What bad boy.
Hi, Mark. Hi, Mark. Jeff.
You know what his name is, Mark? Have you used the English guarantee? Yes.
Can you invite Queen Elizabeth II?
Look at this, Tom.
Yeah.
Look at this big old cat coming down off that rock.
I got fat. Wanted to talk to him.
It almost looks like a mountain lion. It's huge.
Behind the statue there?
Yeah, it's behind that danger.
Right there. Are they all friends of yours, Mark? What? Are they friends of yours? Who? The dog and the cat?
The dog is ownership of Russian government. He's a resident of Syracuse. I wanted to talk to the Britain representative, the queen of the Britain. To my pet, to my cat parent. The other one for a cat of the clique.
He lives
But
right.
in a rest forest, because my grandfather is the sheriff of Nottingham County, England. But immediate arrest of the Queen, Queen Elizabeth. No more of the Queen.
Truck's running, right, honey?
Mine's running.
No, why?
There you go. Is this Syracuse?
I think it is.
I think it is.
Sure that he doesn't get hit by a car.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
So if you could just keep him on the tie out, keep him safe.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
He's at home.
Some places like San Antonio, for instance, they require microchips.
Yeah.
I know in this instance, I don't know if that helps or hurts, or if it matters then if it's got a coat or a collar on it. But at least there's some permanent identification with the animal, and there is a trail. Does that kind of somewhere along the line help in these
I think it does
situations?
somewhat, but here's also the problem with that. People don't properly keep their information updated because we do find dogs that are microchipped and either the people never registered them or they didn't keep up on the registration. And here in Detroit, what we find happens all the time is people move addresses, they switch addresses, and they change their phone numbers. They have temporary phones, Obama phones or whatever. And then once they get rid of those phones, we can't reach them. So, it's a problem. We probably caught at least 5 dogs this year that had microchips, and not one of them was ever claimed. We went to the people's last known address. We called the last phone numbers. We have a lady that works at an investigative office. She tried to reach them to help us because we need more dogs like we need a hole in the head. We would love to find more dogs their proper home, but it's hard to do. Right, so.
Well, at least in this situation, those dogs identified, there is almost the beginnings of some outreach that's taking place. You made a new friend here in Mark.
So it looks like, here, look at this. They got a cat shelter.
There's 2 of them.
Look at those beautiful cats.
Oh no, there's more than 2.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
They've got that igloo right there, and the bowls for food. You said the cats are well taken care of.
Yeah, it looks like they are.
Every day? You do your cats?
I have a chaplain here where I present every week.
Oh, you're the chaplain here?
Yes, chaplain.
Oh, okay.
How are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, non-voluntary invitation. You are British. The British government is my grandfather who issued non-voluntary invitation for Queen Elizabeth II. It's a sheriff of County of Nottingham. And it's an outstanding warrant for the arrest of that queen.
This dog was abandoned in Detroit, and a neighbor took the dog in and called Detroit Animal Control, who said they were coming but then never showed up. And so then she called us today to come and get her, and we did. So we're here at Centerline Vet to get her checked out, get her scanned for a microchip.
We'll check, but I'm sure we'll have enough.
Okay.
Yeah, the one back here, microchip, is all the way back here. I can.
So does that happen frequently where, isn't he the best she. It's a she.
Yeah.
So
She's very nice.
was the chip registered? Do you know?
The chip was registered, and we did call, leave a message on the man's, both of his machines, and we haven't heard back. So we told him at least we have till 5 o'clock till the dog is surrendered to Detroit Pet. So.
Violet was a dog. You and I actually got Violet off of Westwood Street, and we did find her owner, who said he was coming to pick her up and never did. So now she's considered abandoned. We've had her a week today, and so her stray hold is over and stuff. Thank you so much.
What, did I hear about the one that had the chip scan?
Yeah, and so you called.
I called, left a message. I told them that, they need to get back to us at least by 5 o'clock. Tell us, our clinic in Michigan, we found your dog, was your dog stolen? What's happening? We need to know what's going on.
What was the area code on the number?
And it was 865, something like that. Dr. Koss has a slip with the number. Called both numbers. What's the name? Raymond, I can't remember his last name. But I left messages and I told him he needs to contact us, or else after 5 o'clock, the dog will be surrendered to.
Well, we have to hold him on stray hold.
Or,
It's a law.
okay.
We have to hold him.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
It's a law. We have to hold
All right.
him. We have to by law 7 days. Which is a
Okay.
problem for me because I have to pay $15 a day. While
Of
we hold
course,
him.
of
Yeah.
course. Nice.
So,
Okay. You want to know, Dr. Koss has all of the number if you want to speak to her.
all right. So, and who is ready to go? So we have.
You know what? I don't think I may. I'd have to find out to see who's ready to go. So offhand, I don't.
So this is Sweet Girl. She actually has a broken tibia and fibia. Important thing. So they've wrapped it for now, but we are looking at surgery on this girl. That they told me would have to be done pretty quick because the bones will start to fuse themselves and heal incorrectly. So we're talking about a major surgery here for this baby. You're a good girl.
So tell me why this is important.
Well, this is important for her going forward in life. Obviously we don't want her to have a limp or to be uncomfortable with this leg. So we do go on the recommendation of a vet, very qualified vet, to look at these type of injuries and determine for us what is the best remedy
Okay.
and treatment.
So this is just something that they do for free, right?
No. This is very expensive surgery. I'm sure we're looking at $2,000 probably. It's probably about the price range that we're looking at here.
So who pays for this?
We count on people donations that come in. That's how we fund our rescue. Our vet bills run between $5,000 and $10,000 a month. Our current vet bill here at Center, and we pay off our vet bill every month. We don't have outstanding balances. Since September 1st, we've racked up an $8,000 vet bill.
How many dogs?
Currently here we have 9 or 10 dogs. I'm not sure. I haven't counted yet.
But during that time, it might be close to twice that have come through that are responsible for that bill.
That's probably been 40 dogs that we've seen through here. And that bill doesn't include her surgery, and it also doesn't include heartworm treatment on 3 dogs.
That's all for today. Thank you for watching Dog Rescue TV. Subscribe to Dog Rescue TV and stay a while.